Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to the Venusian Light Tarot. So today we are going to be doing a pick a card intuitive reading, and this reading is going to be an incense reading, and we're going to see what people are saying about you currently. So this could be, chatter in the background about you at this time, what people are maybe observing about you, just what is it kind of about your energy right now, and setting the intention specifically for what people might be saying about you. So what I'm going to do is set the intention for an incense stick here from each of these piles. I'll show you the piles in a second, and the incense is going to represent kind of you, your aura, your energy right now, and then we will see, again, what's being said about you. So really choose intuitively. Don't just choose because one looks better than the other, or just choose with your intuition, definitely, for this reading. But let's set the intention first that this reading will be for whoever it's for. And I trust that Spirit will guide those souls to this reading if it's right for them. And just listen to your intuition and just take what resonates. So group number 1, you are going to be this India Temple incense, heavenly incense sticks, okay. Group number 2, you are going to be this vampire's orchid incense. And then group number 3, you are going to be fairy's dust incense. Okay, so again, choose whichever one you feel drawn to. I'll put them like this if it makes it easier, or maybe not, I don't know. Let's put them back like this. But just choose whichever one you feel drawn to. And the timestamps are going to be down below. If you would like to book a private reading, I also have those details down below in the description box. So whenever you're ready, we will jump into group number 1. Hello, group number 1. If you chose the India Temple incense, let's go ahead and see what we have for you. So let's get your incense out. Okay. So Spirit, tune me into anybody who is here, who has chosen group number 1, anyone who's currently watching this reading. Can you allow me to channel specific details, please, for what are people currently saying about the viewers of group number 1? So can you allow the smoke from this incense, please, to tap me into what people are talking about with group number 1, what people are saying about them, observing about them, and any possible details with that. Please allow me to channel specifics here for group number 1. Okay. I'm just gonna grab something for the incense. Okay, so let's see. So Spirit, tune me in, please. So what are people saying about group number 1? So what's being said about them? What are people seeing about them, talking about when it comes to the viewers of group number 1? There's something coming up here. I'm hearing something like, we never thought that you'd move forward, or we never thought you'd move on. So this could be something romantic, or it could just be that there's people who maybe had doubted you at some point. I feel like people are talking about you in that way, but it's overall a more positive way. There is something coming up here. Some of these could be very specific, but I'm seeing something about a lie that was told, but it seems like it's probably more that you've caught somebody in a lie. That may not be for everyone, but there's something coming up here for some reason about like something to where you've seen something clearly, or you've understood someone's true intentions, and maybe someone never thought that you would actually do that, or that you would actually understand that, or not understand that, but like to move forward, or to grow forward in your life or to get better. I'm getting something about your eyes here. So someone could be talking about your eyes. I don't know if you've done something recent or special to your eyes, but maybe eyelashes or certain makeup here. But someone's talking about how your eyes are very beautiful, or just that you in general have really pretty eyes. Seeing something here about a hammock, and I'm hearing something about rest or relaxation. Again, for some of you, people or maybe a specific person could be saying something how you've kind of gone off the grid, or maybe you're doing your own thing. You're not really engaging too much in that person or that group of people anymore. They're showing me the solar plexus. So I do feel like people probably are not talking about your solar plexus, but they're talking about how, you know, again, you've kind of become more confident within self maybe, or you've done something to really shift your vibration, or you're just, some of you, even for a specific group, you could be on a public platform, or you could have a social media presence, of a strong social media presence, or there's something that people are talking about how you have like a fiery nature to you. Some of you could be fire signs, you don't have to be, but I feel like people are talking about that as well. There's a specific, this is probably a specific person coming up. There's something about a text message or a letter even that was sent and then it was not responded to. So someone could be talking about how you have not responded to their letter or their text message. Again, for someone, maybe you've kind of gone off the grid here even. I'm noticing that candle's out and I want to refill it, but I don't want to stop the flow of the reading. What are people saying about group number 1? Yeah, there's something really, I keep hearing toxic or toxic relationships. Some of these will be specific, but again, they keep pointing to, for someone, people are talking about how you've removed yourself from like a toxic relationship, or how you've kind of changed your life, or you've grown forward, or you've gotten better at something, or you've released yourself from a toxic cycle or a toxic person relationship here. Again, it all kind of connects back to the solar plexus because it's about self-empowerment, self-improvement. I do feel like you have a few jealous people here. I'm hearing haters. So there may be a few people who don't like this about you, that you've moved forward. Maybe there's people who are jealous that you are doing better than them, or people that you may have left behind in your circle, or someone specific. There are some people here who are jealous of you, that they're talking about that, or they're just thinking that really about you. Something about your clothes. I don't know if you have a certain fashion style, or you've been wearing some certain like fashionable clothes lately, or your clothes look good. Maybe the colors you're wearing, the style you're wearing, but there's something here about that, how your clothes look good. I'm seeing the initial M. So that could be you, or it could be something or someone around you. For someone specific, you could be in a relationship here with somebody, and people could be saying that you and this person look really good together. I'm seeing like the 2 of Cups, and I'm hearing something about like cute couple or something. So that could be for some, or maybe someone is, again, seeing that you are moving towards that direction, maybe of like meeting a partner, especially if it's like an ex here that doesn't like that, or people just want that for you even too, you know, for you to find love or to find a partnership. But if you are in a happy relationship, people are talking about that in a more positive way. Yeah, and actually on that note, there could be somebody here who wants to sweep you off your feet. They could even be talking about you to people, like that they want to come in, they want to kind of date you, they want to court you, they may want to approach you. So maybe this is someone that you know that they're talking about you, or they're just talking about you behind your back, but in a way that they want to actually come in and, like I'm hearing, sweep you off your feet. And people could even be talking about how, like I was saying, you know, you deserve that too, something about that. What are people saying about group number 1? I'm seeing somebody reading books at home. So I don't know if you read books a lot or if you're like a bookworm or a homebody. Someone could be saying that about you or observing that about you. Someone here could play tennis. Something about maybe your physical body, or you're exercising. Yeah, I keep getting like a jealous person, and there's some kind of jealous ex for some of you who, again, maybe that doesn't like that you have been moving forward in your life, or they have some resentment here perhaps. Again, a specific message coming up here. I'm hearing something about Airbnb, and I'm seeing like a vacation, or you've posted something that you went to on a vacation somewhere on an Airbnb. People seem to be talking about that. It's more of like an observation, especially if you posted that on social media, or someone could be looking at photos of that you've posted. Seeing a haircut here. Maybe people are talking about your haircut. If you got a haircut recently, how it looks good. Again, something with your style, something with your glow up maybe. People talking about how your hair looks good. I'm hearing independent, so people could be talking about how you're kind of walking this independent path. Again, confident about you. You've stepped into your confidence. People see that you're confident within self. There's somebody here now coming up that feels sad when they're thinking of you. They feel sad because perhaps they missed their chance with you. This feels like maybe a romantic partner who's talking about you. Possibly just observing you too is coming through, but they feel sad about this. They feel sad. Perhaps you're at a distance from them as well. I'm getting that you could be at a distance from this person. And this person is talking about how they miss you, or that they kind of messed up here with something. They feel regretful and sad. I'm hearing Ashley. What are people saying about you, group number 1? What are people saying and observing about you? I'm hearing works hard under pressure. So this could be like a work situation. People at work could be talking about how you work really well under pressure. Maybe you're kind of meeting some deadlines, or you have a strong work ethic. People could be talking about that, and how you, maybe even school, I'm hearing for some, or you have like a driven energy about you. Okay, people could be talking about how you're driven, you're ambitious, or you're shining at something that you're doing right now. And you have a strong work ethic, and under pressure. Maybe you have a lot of things on your plate, or you have a busy or difficult job. I'm also hearing for some, people could talk about how you're a healer. Either you do that for a living, or people are just observing that you're a very healing presence. You have a very healing energy about you, that you maybe have healed people with your energy, or that you are actually, a practitioner, like you're a Reiki healer or something. But yeah, people seem to be talking about how you have a very healing aura to you. Seeing something about golf, or I'm hearing golf trip. I don't know what that is. Someone's talking about a golf trip, or at a golf trip they're talking about you. Yeah, and this could be connected to some of the people that I mentioned. It could be a trail of the same thing, but I keep hearing something about like unfinished book now, unfinished business with somebody. Someone's talking about how they have unfinished business with you. Or they feel like you left on a note that you haven't fully finished kind of your connection. That could be the regretful person maybe. I'm hearing people talk about, this could be like a family member or someone that you live with. I'm hearing that you clean the dishes or something, or you're organized. So maybe you have like a tidy home, or you are getting things organized in your life right now maybe. But if you live with somebody, or if you used to live with somebody, they could have for some reason talked about how you always have the dishes clean, or you have a clean home. Or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe for some, if you have a roommate, they want you to clean the dishes more. But I think for most of you, it's the first one. Yeah, I'm seeing something with a butterfly. And again, I'm hearing that you have leveled up. So people are just talking in general about how much you've leveled up, how much you've changed, how much in a positive way. I'm hearing no longer fixated. So I think I said that at the beginning too. Maybe some of you are no longer fixated on a person or something that you were attached to unhealthily. And people seem to be observing and talking about the fact that you've released yourself from that. I'm seeing a book of spells, and I'm hearing something about magic. So again, you could be into like spiritual things, manifestation. Maybe people talk about that you do that, or that you've been able to manifest a lot of opportunities and things in your life. I'm hearing the name David. So somebody named David could be talking about you. Something about an airplane or a trip. If you're at a distance from someone, could be David or it could be someone else, but if you're at a distance from someone, they could be talking about how you are far away. Again, maybe they're thinking about visiting you, or something about how you're distant from them, or if you have an upcoming trip maybe. What are people talking about with group number 1? I'm seeing Egypt. I'm hearing something about ancient Egypt. So I'm not sure if you went to visit Egypt recently, or someone is, or I don't know if you share things about that, but there's just something people talk about when it comes to ancient Egypt for some reason about you. Again, they're going back to the message about under pressure, and now I'm seeing someone sweating, but I'm seeing that it's like you don't sweat it, or you're not sweating something. Maybe unbothered. People could be saying that you're unbothered right now, especially like I was saying, people that you may have moved forward from or moved away from. I'm seeing a new house here. For someone specific, maybe you have purchased a new home, or again, you've relocated somewhere. They're talking about how you've done that and how you've picked yourself up and moved forward, how you have a new home or a new house, maybe starting over, or just, again, I think I was seeing before too, maybe your home looks good. People are talking also about how you do have a lot of eyes on you. This could be people who are interested romantically. Maybe people see that when you go out or something, you have a lot of people interested, or just that you have a lot of clients on your page or something, or you have a lot of people come into your shop, or whatever that is. You may have a lot of eyes on you, people could be saying, or how you get attention, sort of. I'm seeing a specific message about swimming. I'm not sure if you're a swimmer or you used to be a swimmer or something. Looks like competitive swimming, or maybe you go to the pool and swim laps. What are people saying about you, group number 1? I'm hearing bounty, and I'm seeing a lot of abundance. Yeah, again, you're a very abundant person. Either you've done something recently that's become very abundant and lucrative, or you just are a lucky, abundant person in general is coming through. I'm hearing shy. I don't know if you are shy, or someone's saying that you maybe you were shy, but you're not anymore, or maybe you are shy. People talk about that. Could also be that there's someone around you who's maybe too shy even, or something like that. But for most of you, it's the fact that maybe you're no longer like that. Maybe. I'm seeing somebody get up at like 5 or 6 a.m. and something that people may say about how you get up really early for some reason. Maybe you're a go-getter. Maybe you're very motivated again here. Something about your birthday. Maybe some of you have a birthday coming up. People are talking about your birthday coming up. Maybe they want to do something or give you a gift. For some reason, I feel like people could talk too about how you may be at times kind of unattainable. Again, this could be a specific person or one of the people we picked up on, but there's something about how like there's unsaid things to you, unspoken things, but it almost feels like it's more than one person. So maybe there's just people who feel that somehow about you, you know, or maybe it's a group of people or something, but there's something about like unsaid or unspoken things. I'm seeing that some of you may have a cat. They talk about your cat, or maybe how much you love your cat, something about your cat. For someone specific, you could have graduated with something recently, some kind of certificate, or you have graduated with something, and people are talking about that, how, you know, you're leveling up again in that area. Maybe someone here also could have a horse. Again, I don't know why they're talking about that. Maybe they're talking about your animals, or again, how much you love your animals, or how much you spend time with your horse. This is for somebody. It doesn't have to be, I'm not saying that it's in a bad way when people talk about you, you know, it's just, maybe they're just talking at, you know, your friends are talking about that. Again, something about how you are a very independent spirit. Some of you have recently become that way, or you've always been that way, but I think most recently something about it. For someone specific, you could be traveling somewhere. I'm hearing Ireland. That's for somebody. Again, maybe people are talking about that. Maybe you travel to different locations around the world, or you post that. I'm seeing somebody go to the bank and the ATM. Again, you could be abundant for some. Maybe you have, you know, maybe you generate a lot of wealth for yourself, and people just know that you're kind of well off. Something like that for some of you. Again, the same message comes up here about how you may have walked away from somebody specific, or you've just, it could be either the people, because I'm seeing the Six of Cups, and I'm hearing something about, again, you growing out of connections or something, or you walking away. So either people just talk about how you've done that, you've mastered that, or it could be the people from the past, or somebody specific from the past that you walked away from could be talking about like how, you know, oh, you've moved forward, you moved on with your life, and they're just talking about that. Not necessarily has to be in a bitter way, but there is something like that they keep talking about. And lastly, I'm hearing something about, this is specific, but someone that you used to go to like middle school with. I don't know, there's something about middle school, or like somebody in that from middle school talks about you, or maybe your hometown, something like that. But I will leave it here, group number 1. I really hope this reading was interesting, was helpful. Definitely let me know. And if you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up or comment down below. I'd appreciate it. And sending you lots of love. Take care and blessings. Hello, group number 2. If you chose the Vampire's Orchid Incense, let's go ahead and see what comes up for you. So let's get your incense out here. So what are people saying about you, group number 2? What are they saying? What are they observing? So tune me in, please, Spirit, to anybody who chose group number 2, the Vampire's Orchid Incense. So tap me into the viewers of this reading right now. So whoever's watching this reading, allow me to channel specific details, please, for the people who are talking about group number 2. What are they saying? Who are the people talking about them? What are people observing and talking about when it comes to group number 2? I'm seeing like an herb shop for somebody. Someone could have you sell herbs or crystals, maybe. Maybe people talk about that. But let's see. Okay, so what are people saying about group number 2, Spirit? This is super specific. Some of these that came up for group 1 were very specific too. So just take what's going to resonate. But I'm hearing that you may have like one, like maybe it's one class to go for something, or you have one, I just keep hearing one hurdle to go. So I'm not sure what that is. People could talk about how you're almost at the goal that you want to achieve, or people observe that you're very close to achieving something in your life at this time. Yeah, I'm seeing that a lot of people do talk also about how you are very spiritually evolved. You may have done something recently, which has shown that you've really grown, especially spiritually, though. I'm seeing that people are viewing you like climbing this staircase here. So there's something like that where people are talking about how you've changed. It kind of came up for group 1 too, but this one's a bit different. I feel like people are talking about how there's like a groundedness to you. Maybe you have a very grounded energy, or recently you're coming into this grounded energy within self here. I feel like people could also be talking about how you're very sensitive. For some, they could be talking about how you're very emotional. Maybe either recently you've been very emotional about something, or just that you're a very sensitive, emotional being. And it doesn't mean that they're talking about you in a bad way. Depends on the person or how they perceive it. But there's definitely something. I'm hearing, I can't say it on YouTube, but I'm hearing SEXY. So someone could be saying that about you. And maybe it's connected, excuse me, to, I'm getting like a Queen of Cups energy. So maybe it's connected to your emotional strength, something about how you're very sensitive, emotional, spiritual, but you also may be at the same time, physically kind of appealing to people or to somebody here. I'm seeing something about a football game. I don't know if something about you went there, or someone's talking about you at a football game, or you're, yeah, that's for somebody. I feel like people do talk about how you could be a little bit intimidating, though, for some. And it seems to be connected to, again, your spiritual side, something you do. I don't know if you display it publicly, or like you're a reader, or you do something with spells, I'm getting, or magic, or again, I was getting herbs, maybe something with that. Some people could be a bit intimidated by you, and they're talking about that. I'm getting a group of people here from the past. It almost looks like maybe for some it could be like high school, or it could be from the far past, maybe, depending on how long ago that was for you. But I'm seeing there's something about a group of people that know you, or used to know you back in the day, and they seem to be maybe even looking at you from like a distance, either from like on social media, or if you still live in the same town, or maybe you've moved forward with your life and they're kind of looking at you of how maybe different you are now or something, especially if you're like a spiritualist. But what are people saying about group number 2? I'm hearing blood, sweat, and tears. So you may have gone through a lot. For some of you, not for all of you, but you may have gone through something very difficult, or you may have had a very traumatic life even, or a very difficult upbringing. People could talk about that, or just observe that you've been through a lot. But I'm also getting that people are just seeing or talking about how you've put maybe a lot of work into your life. You put a lot of effort into something you're doing, and they know that, or you're just a hard worker too. Could even be colleagues or someone you work with talks about how you put in a lot of hard work. I'm seeing a road trip here. I'm seeing a toll booth. So some of you may have traveled cross country, or you may be in the middle of a travel, or you've just, again, moved far away from people maybe, or you're on the road a lot. People talk about how you're on the go maybe. There's somebody coming up here who feels like you're very special to them. I'm hearing you are special to me. This could be someone that doesn't really display their emotions openly, maybe. It could be someone who, it almost feels like it's in secret for some reason. Like they could view you and like feel how special you are to them, or how special you've always been to them, but they don't seem to really openly kind of talk about that, so they could be silently saying that. I mean, we're asking what people are talking about, but I guess they could have said that to somebody as well. If someone brings you up, there's someone who says like, yeah, you're really special to me. I'm hearing this is actually could be on a spiritual level, but it could be also physically. I'm hearing something about you're cloaked. You're cloaked. So you could even be hard to get through to. People could be talking about how you don't either let people in very openly, or even from a spiritual perspective. Again, some of you definitely, if you chose this pile, you could be, again, a reader, healer, something that you do here in the esoteric. And people could be, if they're also spiritual, people, they could be acknowledging that like your aura is very cloaked. You can't, no one can kind of get through to you in a bad way. But people who are not like aware of those kind of things just feel like maybe you keep to yourself a lot, or you don't open up here a lot. You could have even had, again, distance yourself from a lot of people. People talk about how you, I don't know, maybe private, maybe just don't show too much of your life. But I'm also getting, it's like I said, from like a spiritual perspective, just slipping through in the reading too, to say that even like spirit knows that about you, if that makes sense, or certain entities know that they can't get through to you. But what are people saying about group number 2? People are saying that, again, there's something about you're very special. I'm seeing a diamond here, and I'm hearing like irreplaceable or very special. So people are saying, maybe even I'm getting one particular person too. I'm hearing New Orleans really strongly, and Louisiana, but specifically New Orleans. That's just for somebody. But people are just seeing that you have this like brightness to you, this unique aura about you that is very irreplaceable. No one else can seem to find like what they find in you, especially if there's one person here that maybe has always loved you or something. They're talking about that. Yeah. There is one person, I think it's the same person. They're talking about how, I'm hearing, am I late to the game? They could actually be talking to people about how they want to approach you or maybe come back into your life. But they feel like they're too late, kind of. It's like too little too late, maybe. And they're realizing what your worth has always been. And they're talking to people maybe about how, I will say, I think it could be coming from the same person, but this also could be on a broader sense. Again, there's people who may feel like you think you're too good for people. That could be kind of a bit of a more negative talk that some people say, but it's not true. It's just something that, again, you're highly evolved, but some people may say that you think that you're too good for them today, or this person who wants to come back, maybe you have disconnected, or, you're doing your own thing. So they're going to say that you're not interested because you have your own world going on and you think you're better than people. I have no idea why this is coming up. It's something about your toes. I don't know if somebody has like a foot fetish here, but something about how someone talks about, probably not, I'm not saying that there's a group of people talking about your feet, but there could be somebody talking about your toes. Maybe you have certain nail polish on your toes, or your toes look good. I have no idea. Or maybe they look bad, I don't know. For someone very specific here, I'm seeing a divorce. I'm not sure if people are talking about the fact that you've gotten a divorce recently. It could also be connected to the people who, for some, may have felt like they lost a chance with you, maybe, or someone. Maybe someone's getting a divorce. That's just specific. Again, you have like a distant energy too. Some of you, I'm getting strong Scorpio. I'm also getting Aquarius, Pisces, maybe. There's some kind of like distant energy about you. So maybe you come across that way at times, or people just feel like they're at a distance from you. Something about your hair. Some of you could have red hair. That's just for a few of you. Or you may dye your hair different colors, or there's something unique about your hair, or you've done something differently to your hair that people are talking about. Something about childhood is coming up. Either people that you knew in childhood, could even be parents that are talking about you. Something about when you were a little kid, I'm hearing. Something about talking about that for some reason, when you were a little kid. Yeah, I'm hearing you've raised the standard, you've raised the bar. So people are talking about how you have really raised the bar in your life. You may be only, allowing certain energies and people to come into your life now. What are people saying about group number 2? That you're very honest, transparent. I was getting the beginning too, a lot of water. That's why I'm getting Scorpio for some of you watching here, Pisces and Scorpio especially. But you could be very honest and transparent, but it's almost like you're, at the same time you're not, if that makes sense. Like you're somebody who's very authentic, I feel. Even if people can't quite read you all the time, they also feel like you're very maybe loyal, honest, authentic. There seems to be some kind of talk here about, again, like a difficult chapter you went through. I don't know if it is a divorce for some, or how there was like either somebody's talking about how things were very difficult with you, especially if you went through a very difficult relationship. That person could be talking to people about how, like, yes, it was very difficult with you, but that would be something that you also feel and that you also know. Others of you, it could be people just talking about how you've just been through a lot again. I keep getting. I'm also seeing something about a coast of a certain, like it looks like a coastal state here. Something about either you've posted a photo there that people talk about, or you are taking isolated time for yourself. You may go to certain beach locations, or you may just spend a lot of time alone that people see. You could even travel alone for a few of you, and people may talk about that. I'm getting this like siren energy about you. So people may also, especially maybe people that you've been romantically involved with, or people who want to have a chance with you romantically, may see that you're kind of like a siren. You have this, again, I'm getting so much water here too, though, like a watery type of seductive even. I was hearing that word earlier, sexy. So you may be, that's how romantic people I feel see you, or someone that you've shared maybe a romantic connection with sees you that way. And they're talking about how, you're hard to get through to. You do cloak yourself, but you are also a siren. I'm hearing somebody is talking about how you've completely left me in the dust, I'm hearing. And this actually could be a few different things. I am getting a lot of love related topics for you, but it also could be in work maybe, or something that you had like a competition with or something, and you've left everyone else out in the dust, and you have just completely mastered something, or you have, again, like succeeded and moved forward with your life, but someone is saying that you no longer are kind of the same person, or you are no longer on their level, but it's more in a way because you've left them in the dust. Again, there's somebody coming up that feels like they're at a distance from you. For some, I'm getting a family member here too, but there's definitely a romantic partner, but there's someone maybe who's a family member, even a friend or friendships that feel like you're far away, and they talk about how you're far away for whatever reason. Now there's somebody coming up here who may talk about, this is super specific, but if you went on a date recently with somebody, this person could be talking about how they really enjoyed your company. This could have been a very romantic person. I'm seeing them pull out your chair for you. This could have been someone who seems to talk about maybe how classy you are, or how much they love the date with you. That's just for somebody. Could even be like just people that you have dated, see that you deserve the best kind of, and they could be talking about how you're someone that's, again, it's that energy to where you're a bit hard to get through to fully, but it's because you're a very like special person, or you have a lot of worth and value, and you know that about yourself. At least that's what people say. I'm seeing a crab now too, so it could also be Cancerian energy, a lot of water. What do people say about you, group 2? I'm hearing on the go again a lot, and I'm seeing someone kind of rushing in the airport, or you have a lot of places to go. You could travel, but even if you don't travel, there's something to where you don't maybe have a lot of time, or people are saying that you're always on the move, or you have a lot going on. Maybe not a whole lot of time for certain people who feel that they wish that you had more time for them. This is also super specific. I don't know why I'm seeing 2 men. I'm seeing 2 men around you. And there's something about jealousy I'm hearing. So I'm not sure if someone talks about how you have, I don't know, dating multiple men, or that there's 2 men who like you equally. Maybe you have a choice between 2 men. Okay, or you just have, again, maybe a lot of men that are interested in you, or women, whichever one, or both. But it just seems like there's something that maybe that you're kind of like, there's a competition to get through to you, kind of. And that could be in a broad sense that a lot of people think that romantically, or could just be those 2 people, maybe for some, even if they don't know each other. I'm hearing also people talk about how you push them to grow. You really push them to see themselves, which is, again, why I'm getting a lot of, especially Scorpio, but you push them to really go deep within. You push them to see themselves clearly, and that could be why you can come across a bit intense, or maybe even a bit intimidating to certain people. And they may talk about how you have that very like transformative alchemist type of energy. And maybe people who are not ready for that may talk about how you kind of pushed them too far, or they weren't ready for that. I don't know why I'm saying McDonald's. I don't know what that means for you. I'm not sure why people are talking about McDonald's with you, about you. And then lastly, I'm getting kind of like what I've already said, but they're showing me the show Survivor, and something about how, again, you would be the last one standing. Something about how you're very strong. Maybe some of you are like outdoorsy, but you could also just be very strong. Like you're a warrior. People talk about that, how you can get through anything sort of feeling. But I will leave it here, group number 2. I really hope this reading could resonate and could be helpful or interesting. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below. I'd appreciate it. And I will talk to you all next time. Take care and lots of love. Hello, group number 3. If you chose the Fairies Dust Incense, let's go ahead and see what we have for you. So let's go ahead and get your incense out and see what we have here. So Spirit, please tune me into anybody who chose group number 3, the Fairies Dust Incense group. So allow me to tap into their energy. Anyone who is presently here watching this reading, tune me into their presence. What are people saying about group number 3? So what are people talking about? What are people saying? Possibly what are people observing about you? For group number 3, allow me to be as detailed as possible, and allow me to channel any details for the viewers watching this reading. What are people saying about them? What are people... So I got a strong message right away about your appearance for some of you, or your eyes I had seen. Something about your face here. People are talking about how your face is very beautiful. Maybe you did something recently to your face or your eyes, and they're talking about how you look really good with that and you're very beautiful. I am also seeing something specific here, that somebody or people, I guess, could be looking at your photos. I don't know if it's on Facebook. I don't know why I said Facebook. I was going to say social media. I think because I just said face. It could be any type of social media, but maybe Facebook since I said that. But It could be that people either are talking about how, again, you're looking really good on social media, or even maybe people that you've been close to, or possibly even someone romantically, could be looking back on your photos as well and talking about that. Some people talk about how you may be an adventure type of person. You could be outdoorsy, or you could just be on some kind of new adventure, or maybe you're just a very free-spirited person. But I feel like people are talking about that. I'm seeing like horseback riding, mountain climbing. That doesn't have to be for all of you, but there's something to where people just talk about that kind of vibe about you right now. I'm also being told that some people may, this could kind of go with the photo reference, but somebody could be talking about how you've changed drastically. It seems more like appearance wise though for this pile, but maybe, you know, it's like they're showing me a photo from maybe like years ago versus now. So maybe people are talking about how you've changed, comparing sort of, or not comparing really, but just looking and observing as to how much you've changed since that time. I'm hearing Sagittarius for some, so you could be a Sagittarius, don't have to be. Or Sagittarius could be talking about you. I'm hearing people could talk about how you may collect antiques. That's for somebody. Maybe, because it feels like for this pile, people seem to talk about how you have a lot going on. Like maybe you're that type of person that likes to do unique things or adventures, or you like to collect antiques. And people seem to talk about that. People may also talk about how you have a lot of people around you, or you just have a lot of admirers around you. I feel like people may also be saying something about how you may not have, how to put it, like you may not have a lot of time for them or something, or again, you have a lot going on, or they perceive you that way, to where you're busy, or you have a lot of things kind of on your plate, or you don't have enough time. It could even be people who, like, especially if you do have a lot of people around you, or if you connected with a lot of people in the past, maybe there's certain people who could be seeing that they don't have the time that they had wanted with you, because you may have other people that also want your time. It's that kind of thing here. I'm seeing a wolf for some reason, so someone could be saying something about a wolf connected to you. I don't know if you collect not collect wolves, but you collect like statues of wolves, or you are kind of a wolf person, but someone could be talking about that or associating a wolf with you. Yeah, some people also are saying that you seem to be on track kind of your life, or you seem to be, maybe you've started something new, or you're an ambitious person, but I feel like people are saying that you have a very lucky energy, I'm being told. So people talk about how you're very lucky, and it's probably not just luck, you know, it's that I feel like, I mean, yes, you could be a lucky person, and maybe you've had a streak of luck recently, maybe, and people seem to be saying that like, you know, things are going well for you, you seem to have a lucky streak. Again, I'm getting that some people are talking about how you never spoke to them again. I don't know exactly how this will be. It could be people that you went on like a date with or something, and they're kind of thinking that you never were interested after that date. It could be people who feel like you sort of disappeared on them. But honestly, it feels like it's because you have other things to do, or you have better things to do maybe, or you're not interested. So maybe some people are saying that. I feel like people are also saying that it's like they're showing me a clock that is not moving, but then your clock is moving. So again, you may have a lot going on, or people are talking about how, even to some level, this won't be the case for all of you, but for some, it's like maybe their life's not moving forward, but yours is. And for some reason, they're saying that. It may not be like in a bitter way. It could be maybe like a little bit of a jealous way, but I'm hearing some of you may speak different languages for some, and people talk about how they either like that language that you speak or how, you know, maybe cool it is that you speak different languages. Maybe an accent. If you have an accent, people could talk about that, how they like your accent. I'm seeing camping here. Again, you know, there could be a lot of adventurous things that you do. People are saying that you may be the type of person who does that, or you, that's how they perceive this. I'm also seeing, this could be specific, but some of you, there's somebody or people that talk about how you can bluntly cut things off. Like maybe you did walk away from something or someone. Again, you don't seem to be too bothered with like holding on to the details or getting too wound up in something. Really, it seems like you have something about you that people notice, that when you're done kind of feeling. Something about your car. I don't know why people are talking about your car unless you got a new car recently, but people are talking about how you have a nice car. It looks like an SUV to me, but something about your car or how they wish they had that car, something like that. I'm hearing people are saying that you're very nice, you're a very kind person. So you may be a very kind-hearted person that does things for people, does things for maybe people in need or animals or something, that they speak of you in a high light in that way, that you're very kind-hearted. For some, I'm seeing that you could be into like, I'm getting like gymnastics, or this is just for some, maybe even I'm getting some kind of strict fitness. It could be CrossFit, could be something that's like a challenging workout fitness routine, or something that you do in fitness. Or if not, it could be gymnastics or something with acrobats. People could be, or acrobatic things, people could be talking about that or saying that about you, how you're really good at that or how you're really fit, maybe, for some. Again, they're bringing back to antiques, and now I'm seeing something about like an old library. So people may say that you're into that kind of thing, or that you are like an old soul even, and that you maybe would like to go to like museums or old libraries. Yeah, some people are saying how recently you've become more like strict, or have more, not strict is not the right word, but more boundaries. And for some, it could even be in regards to your fitness routine or your diet, or something that you are looking better in physically with your body. So people could be saying that you really, you know, look good, or your body has changed, or that they admire how you're able to discipline yourself when it comes to certain foods. And I feel like there's some people who wish to spend time with you, and they may even use, because I'm hearing cool, like they could even use that term, like that you're cool, you're a cool person, something like that, that they're saying about you. And it feels like they want to be like, hang out with you kind of, or there's people that want to spend time with you. Again, I do feel like you have a lot of people who are interested in you, not just like maybe romantically, but friendships, or just people who feel like you're a cool person to be around or to talk to. For someone specific, you could be very tall. If you're a woman, you could be taller than most women, and they talk about that. Again, not in a bad way, just that you're very tall. Maybe you have a slender body, or you just have something about your body here. If you're a man too, you could be just extra tall. You could also be strong built. So again, you could work out a lot, or you could just have a strong build. What do people say about you? What are people saying about you, group number 3? I'm hearing that some people, this is actually a strong message, somebody really likes your laugh. You could have like a loud laugh or some very unique laugh, and people say that a lot, like how attractive maybe your laugh is, or how they just enjoy your laugh a lot. Also, some people could be saying that you're a very introspective person too. You may even be someone that journals a lot. You could be, you need your time, you need your space, but you have like a lightness to you. I do feel like people say that you have like a light touch to you. You have some, it's not like a heavy, it's a bit different, or it's very different actually, and they're all different in the groups, but group 2 was more of like a intense energy. This is more like you have a lightness to you that people acknowledge and that they see. That there's this, again, I'm hearing beautiful, I'm hearing angelic, something about your face again. So you may have a very attractive face, and people say that you have this like angelic looking energy to you, angelic looking face. And I also feel like, again, going back to kind of, there could be romantic people or romantic suitors. They almost feel like they have to get to your level, and they could even be saying that to like maybe their friends or to people that they don't quite know if they can kind of reach your level, or they feel it's not really intimidation necessarily the way that group number 2 was, but it's more of like maybe they feel just that you're a really good person, like all around. So they feel like they have to measure up to that. I'm hearing girl next door. So for some that could resonate. Maybe somebody sees you like that kind of girl next door vibe. But yeah, there's people who talk about how they need to reach your level of, I'm hearing expertise. So for some it could be also in the workplace too, but for someone, you may have immigrated from another country, either recently, or that's just, again, I was getting language or, languages before. Something that people talk about, that they're saying about you, that you have come from a different country, or that your certain culture that you have, something about you that makes you unique. And people also see you as someone that doesn't hold on to grudges, and they say that you're someone that just has like kind of it seems like a lot of airy energy for this one. So you could be an air sign, or you could have that strongly in your chart, but you don't hold on to grudges. You kind of forgive and let go. You could be someone that is, people kind of observe that you're kind of in your own world. And it's funny that you chose the fairy too, because I'm hearing something about like an enchanted world, or you may be a very dreamy person, and you keep to yourself, but at the same time you have like a cool detached energy about you too that people are saying. For someone specific, there's something about your lawn, or you may have like flowers in your yard that people talk about, how your yard looks good, your lawn or your yard. I'm also hearing for some people are saying that you're a very good cook, especially if you make desserts, but whatever you cook, you could be a very good cook. This is super specific, but for some you could come from like a wealthy family is coming up for some reason, or you may come from like something unique about your family, but for some of you it's the fact that you have like a very luxurious life, or I don't know why people talk about that, but maybe something that about your family and how they're very well off. That's just for some. Something about your nails or the manicure I'm hearing. So you could get manicures, but also just something about your nails look good a lot. People talk about how your nails or certain nail colors that you choose. There's someone specific here coming up that I think I already mentioned this, but you may have ghosted this person or you may have ghosted somebody. This person could also have ghosted you, but I kind of feel like for some of you, you may have ghosted. That could be for some. And they're saying that they are confused by you or that they don't know what's going on with that. What do people say about you? What are people saying about group number 3? Something about your wallet. Could be actually quite literal, something about your wallet. And maybe people like your wallet, but you may also be successful. People could be saying that you're successful or that you've come into some success financially. Something about how you shop a lot. Maybe some of you go shopping a lot, your style, you buy things for yourself. Maybe you are, you like to spoil yourself, maybe. Also, people are saying that you have a very good way with your words. Again, that's what's getting air energy too, but you may have a very interesting way of communicating, a very captivating way of communicating. This could be in work or could just be in day to day. Something with your voice and your words, especially the way that, not just your voice though, the way that you use words. You could be a writer maybe for some of you too. And I'm hearing also that people are saying that nothing kind of scares you. So maybe this is about some projects at work, or maybe this is something big that you have going on, or like a big opportunity, but you can handle it. Nothing scares you. You could be very confident. People could talk about how you're very confident. And then lastly, there's something about your teeth. So people could be saying that you have very nice teeth. Again, just all around, you may just be a very well-groomed person or something, or you're always aesthetically pleasing, and people are saying that. But I will leave it here for you, group number 3. I really hope that this reading could help or was interesting. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below. I'd appreciate it. And I will talk to you all next time. Take care and lots of love.